But no matter what comes next, I still have to face the ending.
All right. So welcome back to Blades in the Dark. I'm the storyteller for today, Matthew, and we'll let everyone introduce themselves and what character they're playing as they're leaving Duskwall.
Okay. I guess I'll go first. Hey, everybody. I'm Griffin, and leaving Duskwall is Carpatio, the flimsy and ill-looking academic whisperer. I believe also leaving Duskwall is yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah. No. Wait. But you're playing someone new, right?
That's the one going on the expedition.
Oh no, Bishop's actually coming with us. Okay, good.
Oh, Carpatio.
Well, I'm coming with us on the expedition.
Bishop's busy with another 2-line part in a play.
All right. God damn it. No, I'm definitely going the expedition, and I'm Pariso from the old land. I can trace my lineage back for generations, but I can't because no one knows who I am because I learned.
And I'm Muffin. You can find me at Muffin Manifesto, and I am playing on this expedition the young and newest member of the crew, Coil, who's a technician. Let's put it that way.
All right, I'm bringing along the professor, returning to his homeland better than before. Well, returning to part of his homeland. The actual homeland has been destroyed by a volcano pyroclastic surge.
Do you think the professor would have considered replacing his body with a machine even if he had not been in a pyroclastic apocalypse?
Yes.
Yeah, I think so too.
I mean, it was probably something he was working on back at the homeland, you know. One of those... Because I'm thinking of those, like, beginning of Frankenstein, right? Where he's talking to classrooms and everything like that. Like, you fools! You fools, I'll teach you what's better than flesh! One of those motions, it just happens that he got horribly injured. It's like, you know what, I'm going to do it to myself.
I see. So instead of just building whole bodies for people, it's like, no, it's going to be me.
Yeah, instead of building the one as proof of concept, I did the whole doctor experiments on self.
Love it.
Yeah, so that's everyone.
Well,
So-
going artifact hunting because half of the rest of the gang is stuck in jail or the opera.
So this expedition is going to take quite the trek. If I remember correctly, you made sure the ice breakers were around, and you're taking that little boat. Was that the original plan?
I think the only boat we have is a legitimate business. Is that boat big enough for the professor's large chassis?
Yes.
Then yeah, I could see us doing that.
It sounds like a yes, but only just.
It's more that outside the city, and once you get into the actual waters, there's creatures known as leviathans, giant, monstrous demons that they send out giant, almost war-class ships to hunt down and drain their blood and, let them go afterwards because they can't be killed.
Yep.
Fun then.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
But we're going
sure, we don't want to run into one of those.
We're going to hand wave a lot of those details, but it's about a month and a half out. You guys are making this trek. Do we have a plan in mind, or do we want to get to the homeland and then come up with the plan?
I think we were going towards a storage center for a previously known school. I think we were just kind of digging around, so I think that's the extent of the plan we had.
Right, technically we're not heading to the homeland itself. We're heading to an island that had some sort of like mountain range shield. against the pyroclastic
Mhm.
surge that happened.
Yeah, in a building that's on the other side that was kind of like the worst academic school that the homeland could have offered. Most teachers wouldn't even consider it a school as much as just, we'll send our junk there because we don't need it cluttering up the classrooms.
Sounds like every archaeological find I've ever heard of.
So it's been a month and a half, almost a month. This grueling darkness, black water, giant monsters lurking around, ghosts on every land that you can see, potential demons out there. So it's been pretty horrible of a ride, but in the distance you can finally see the scorched earth of this homeland, and this island far at the other end that's a tiny speck is coming into view as well.
Suppose there it is. It looks like a desolate rock with absolutely nothing on it.
Yes, I missed it so much. I think I have something in my eye.
You people
I have
live like
drops
this.
for that if you actually need them.
What do you mean how you live like this? Look at that. Look at that sky with that sullen gray that is uniform all across, except for the boiling clouds of nature themselves. Back in the city, it's just coal and ozone and gloom and the constant ringing of bells and all the boats and the bodies pressed together and their sewage just in the streets and an open
Exactly.
canal.
How am I supposed to choke on all the smog if there's none out here?
Exactly.
Ah,
Breathe that
I
you
miss
can
the
really
city.
smell the cyanogen.
I wonder if she'll be angry at me when I get back.
Angry at nothing?
well, if you didn't tell them that you were going on a month-long expedition, I'm going to
No,
assume
no,
your
we made
relationship is over.
arrangements before we left to tell everybody that we were leaving because we had to leave. We
Mhm.
had to make sure the businesses were taken care of and all the organizations. Plus, also, I had to make sure before we left that Ogre had everything they needed.
Yeah, I didn't tell her. That's okay.
And apparently, Grit's doing great in prison.
Yeah, we'll find out when he gets out how well he's done exactly.
I mean, last time I checked on him, he seemed to be doing okay. So,
but yeah.
and really, we've committed a bunch of high-profile stuff. So, no, we're just here to grab a couple artifacts. Hopefully, our entire criminal enterprise won't collapse while we're gone. And I'm also looking at the chart here, and like everybody freaking hates us.
Hey,
All
we got
right.
some bubbles.
So the goal here is to go in, and also like we also amped the professor to be, not only is the professor a genius at recognizing the artifacts and items of a bygone era, but he's also pretty much indestructible. So there's really no reason not to come here.
Very true. Well, I figure you two would happen to know the most about this place anyway, or
Yeah,
know
look at it.
anything valuable.
Fill your pockets with sand. Can't get sand like this back where we're from.
I mean, you laugh. People probably buy that shit.
Well,
I
they
mean,
do.
Dust
They
Ball
don't-
is so stupid. I bet I could sell those idiots water.
Um, I mean, people do pay for it. It's just a question of whether they pay enough for it.
Mm-hmm.
Because you gotta find the right people.
Whereas the icebreaker people here could not give any less of a shit.
They're just happy to be sailing and drunk.
I don't even think they're happy about it.
Mhm.
Uh,
They're not in tears, so that's good, right?
That's
um,
like
I,
being happy.
I'd rather feel bad than feel nothing at all. Okay, so all right, now that we've got the lay of the land, let's go ahead and go over our research materials. Professor, how big is your big chassis?
Wagon sized.
Right, so we can ride inside that.
Oh, one person can.
Well, you said it's wagon sized. I normally think of a wagon, like when the pioneers got in their wagons to move to new parts of the West, they took entire families with them.
Yeah,
Well,
well,
it's
also
wagon
those.
size, but it's not a wagon, right? So it's only got like
Mm.
a piloting seat sort of thing.
Well, it's
for one.
wagon-ish. I mean, again, it's got tentacles for wheels, and it's
Right,
same
so-
as shape, but mechanically, it's only got room on the inside for one person. So, there's a lot of equipment and everything in there as well, like the sensorium, all the cogs and
So
gears to keep
has
it moving.
It has room for one person. Does it have cargo space, or is that one person or cargo?
Well, again, mechanically, it's one person, which I assume just meant like. Because here's the weird thing: is it can carry items the same way as a person. So obviously it's got cargo room.
Okay, so you're not here for hauling. You're here for labor.
Well, I mean, I've also got the human body.
Yes. But the answer is yes.
So, I mean, that means if we find something large, if we want to take it back, we'd have to make special arrangements for that. And you no longer have access to alchemy, but the kid does, right?
Sure. Yeah, I can make whatever you want.
Okay.
I never had access to alchemy.
So, all right, because I think what we want to find we should find something big and valuable while we're here, because we're not coming back for a while.
That would be the goal.
I mean, yeah, we're not leaving for another. We're not getting back to Duskwall for at least another month and a half.
And I believe that's our engagement roll, isn't it?
I thought
Yeah,
No,
engagement roll
engagement
the
was
double
rolled
fives.
above.
Oh, okay.
We're only spending a few days here because this place is dangerous.
Well, the month and a half to get here was dangerous as well.
Mhm.
Well, I
Doesn't
guess
look
we
too
ought to at
bad.
least begin by searching around for good places to start digging.
So we've had a month and a half to plan. I'm looking at the professor who would have been reading all the maps and documents and history of the ages. Which place should we loot first?
We already planned on that though. We're going to go to this storage facility for this school outcropping.
But where within?
Excellent. Now that we've made landfall, how do we get there?
Okay, well, right now you're approaching this little island. As you're getting closer, I want to give people a chance to catch up. As you're getting closer, the waves are struggling. The icebreakers are struggling to get the ship much closer than 100 feet. The water's still plenty deep. The waves keep pushing it back.
Well, how are we going to get to shore if the waves are pushing us back?
Well, I mean, I can essentially fly, so I'm good. Activate my hover field, kick off boat with super jumping legs. Hover
You'd have
to
to
shore.
ferry us. Well, then, yeah, well, you'll have to ferry us over one at a time.
We could have someone actually try to navigate their way through. Maybe if you took your aerial view, you could give assistance.
No, he can fly. We can just have him carry one person over at a time.
Well,
Only my
that's not
humanoid.
going to do well for the loot.
Only my humanoid form can fly.
Oh,
Yes, not the wagon.
wow. We can't actually make landfall because the waves are too bad. How the hell
So-
are we going to get cargo out of here?
Well, again, I can.
So I guess
Wait, don't
who
you
among
have?
us-
Wait. What's the annoying little kid's name again?
Coil.
Coil. Coil has those things. Those things you can hit somebody in the face with and make them fly.
Lift wood, or lift oil.
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah, I can use some drift oil to help us get over there.
The question I have is that we can't get within one. So the plan is to use lift oil to get to the island, and then after we get the loot, to use lift oil to get the loot off of the island, and then use even more lift oil to get the people off the island. Is that correct?
It's going to be a lot of drift oil. I don't know if I've got that much. If I could make
Precisely.
more.
That would be my next question.
Conversely, I could just leave 3 of you on the island and sail home with my new riches. Oh, did
That's
I
a
say
funny
that out
joke,
loud?
Professor.
I'm still working on this internal monologue thing.
I mean, is this tidal activity here normal? I mean, people used to live here, right?
People who used to live here, right? Says one of the former inhabitants.
Well,
Yes,
if
yes.
people used to live here, I assume they had a way of getting to the island. Are we just not at the right spot?
This country would have had things much like Dustfall with the electric cage, or rituals and other things to keep ghosts and demons and all that out. When it exploded, those fail-safes are no longer in place.
So the demons are making the water royal like this.
Could be a lot of things.
Right.
I'm just
which is
saying this
why
is
I'm
not what it
here.
was. This is not why it was what it was like last time.
Yeah, remember, the pyroclastic surge was as the volcano exploded due to pressure. So, a lot of stuff has been ruined.
That's also true. Well, let's see. I mean,
We could just try piloting the boat in anyway.
I mean, we took a month and a half to get here. Did we circle the entire island and there's no place to do landfall?
No, this is just the approach. This is just the
No,
arrival.
let's. We took a month and a half to get here. We can spend a couple days going around the island.
Mhm. All right, so this little island, anytime you approach it from the different sides, the waves seem to rile up and try and push it back. The larger island, which is just a desolate, covered nothingness, but ash, it's easy enough to make landfall there.
So but that's not on the island where we want.
No,
get
that would have
to.
been the
Mhm.
main island. You know, where all the people would have been.
Well,
Mhm.
obviously, the loot that we want is going to be on the difficult to get island because it was easy to get. Someone would have already looted it.
Conversely, this could be an
So-
artificial design, seeing as anybody that might have survived this might have been over there.
Well, is this I mean, that's where I have to ask the question of engineering. Do we need to get a smaller dinghy and try to row it?
Did we have lifeboats?
Yeah. I mean,
We could
we
try
can't really
talking
build
to
one
see.
because there's nothing here to build one out of.
What was that, coil?
If the sea is angry at us, maybe we should try talking to it.
Alright, I still hate this kid. I'm remembering that now.
I mean, it's worth an attempt. There's plenty of angry spirits around here, undoubtedly. Maybe they're causing this to some extent.
If
I can
that's
give
a
that a try
thing-
first if you like.
Yeah, if that's a thing, we should do that then. I
So,
didn't know that was a thing.
hey, I'm out here in the middle of the ocean where there's a bunch of hostile waves. I'm going to attune to the ghost field and compel ghosts to appear and to obey me.
All right, so you put on your spirit mask, and you can see a good dozen ghosts underneath. They can't seem to breach the surface of the water, but they're trying to get up to you. You don't know what's keeping them down there, but you also see these rolling tentacles off the edge of the island that's kind of pushing and creating these waves.
Oh, I think there's something physical here. Or is that something I see in the ghost field?
That's something you see when you put the spirit mask on.
All right. So now that I see that, well, I think I have to try to compel those tentacles to stop. I
Right.
believe that would just be an attunement roll, is what I'm looking at. And we are in a controlled situation, I suppose.
So you're trying to use compel on the things at the distance. You're
Correct.
in a risky situation because the ghosts are just beneath the surface,
Okay.
but it's going to be a limited effect against those.
Ooh, limited. I could make it more desperate to just try to increase that, I guess. Or what other options do I have for like increasing the effect and getting us back to just like standard?
Well, there's push yourself. There's devil's bargain.
Give me a devil's
There's
bargain to
this-
make it standard. What have we got?
To bring it up to standard, you would break whatever this thing's doing to keep the ghosts under the water.
Ooh, okay. Well, yeah, I'm fine with that. I can handle ghosts probably.
Also, remember, you're down one die for your injury.
Oh, I sure am. Yeah.
Wait, it took us a month and a half to get here, but your injury didn't heal during all that?
He was clawed by a demon.
Yeah, I was called by a demon before and I never saw treatment for it.
Okay.
Also, something
I
to
got a
remember.
cool scar for it right now. You want to see?
Something to remember, all the ghosts around here and everything are like all the ghosts of people that died in a horrific manner of an entire country.
Mm-hmm.
So,
would those of you who have been here before and are aware of the feelings of these spirits join hands with me and offer up me a stress?
well, I mean, couldn't really be aware of it. I didn't die.
Would you like to offer me up a stress?
You know, when am I going to be here again? So yeah, I got to offer you a stress point.
Okay, and the professor is not.
No,
Also, this is a weird thing, so I definitely need to offer stress.
I'm also a machine, so my stress points are slightly more valuable to me because
Right.
no one's gonna fix me.
And of course, does the kid want to participate too?
Well, only one person can offer you assistance.
Okay. So that brings me back up to basically a normal roll now.
Fair.
So, I guess let's do it. I don't think there's anything else you can throw at this.
Because you can't forewarn yourself, huh?
Well, I mean, that character's not even here. They're busy.
Wait, so Bishop
I'm
didn't
playing
tell
Carpatio.
Carpatio before you left. Carpatio, a month and a half from now.
I just see Bishop coming home from the play being like, I got this line, blah, 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 and everyone's gone. He's like, what the hell? And sees the note on the ground.
Oh.
Gone fishing.
Guess it's just me and Grit.
Yeah.
Bishop,
It's like,
Here's the roll.
I'm home, baby.
2 threes.
Oh, just you and me, Edward.
So
All right.
I don't think that that gives me a success. But if there's a consequence, I can attempt to resist it.
Yeah, the consequence is the dark eye counter would get 2 ticks on it.
Mhm.
The
Wait,
dark
what?
eyes are the demonic creatures that infest this island.
Oh, yo.
another thing our country was known for, or is known for now.
And
Mhm.
that would be a resolve to resist it, right?
I would think so. It's kind of magical in nature more than social. More
I'll
mental
give it a
willpower.
go.
We
All right.
can't see the names on those clocks, by the way.
Oh, none of them?
Matthew.
The
We can
gathered
see the
loot.
gathered- We can
Yeah.
see the gathered loot one. Yeah, there we go. Now I can see Dark Eye.
Hey, no
There we go.
stress.
No, we can't.
All right. So, just 1 tick rather than 2.
Mhm.
So, the water does calm for a sec as you guys watch Capatio try, but then you see from the surface of the water all this splashing. Capatio, who has a spirit mask on, you can see this whatever was holding down those ghosts has stopped and they're starting to crawl up the side. The rest of you can feel chills in the air suddenly. It's getting very cold.
Do I have to be in my ghost form to see ghost stuff?
No, you just need a spirit mask, or I think that's under arcane implements.
Oh, okay. I didn't know
Yeah,
how that
or-
works, since I have technically the ghost form trait, so... I don't know if that just lets me see
Oh,
the
I guess
ghost.
I should declare myself as heavy here.
Okay.
I
so
think
what
it
do
would
we
be suppressed while you're in the mech, or in the hall is the proper term for it.
See,
My
I don't
bad.
know. The sensorium can also technically sometimes see through walls and shit, so I didn't know if that includes ghost stuff.
I think it'd be interesting for halls to see ghosts, so let's go with that. So yeah, you can see the ghosts now crawling up the side. They're probably a lot harder to see than it is for someone wearing a spirit mask, but you can make out the thin outlines rather than feeling the cold.
Mhm.
Well, only
All
one
right.
thing to do now.
Well, this is my job and our job, but anyone who's piloting the boat might want to take the bare chance that we may have to get through,
I jumped ashore.
if there was anything.
All right, we'll give
Uh,
the icebreakers another roll.
No,
Okay.
I mean, I really do. I jumped ashore. I'm going to fly
Oh.
my ass ashore.
Absolutely.
Oh, the icebreakers
All right.
really good pilots. Who knew?
Oh wow.
Yeah, so the moment ripples and the boat suddenly starts lurching forward. You got all see the professor as his human form leap up and float towards the island.
Not the slow float, though,
Um,
because remember, I'm kicking off the boat with my super strength legs.
All right,
Mhm.
he's safe from danger.
He does
And the
that.
rest of your
And
Yeah.
Coyle looks at Carpathia and like frowns and says, "You can't just boss it around. It's not angry. It's afraid." And
Mhm.
Coyle pulls out a vial of spark and downs it, and like his skin sort of starts to radiate a little bit with electrical energy, and he's gonna like get up on the bow of the ship and say, "It's okay, Island. We don't want to hurt you." And he's gonna try and attune to the creature underneath the water.
Nice.
All right. So this is still going to be limited effect.
Uh-huh.
It's going to be risky.
Yeah, can I push it to desperate standard if he jumps in the water?
Yes. Yes, you
Oh
can.
no. Well, I'm gonna have to say from here. I'm just looking at you. It's like, of course it's afraid. We're here to rifle through its pockets. And then you just jump in the water. It's like, oh no.
Yeah, all right, let's do it. Let's go desperate standard attune. You got a devil's bargain for me, Matthew? I'm gonna need some extra dice here.
Devil's Bargain. And what your goal is to make it so what? The creature itself is ignoring the rest of you, or what is Coil trying to do?
That's a good question. I think he's trying to settle it to our presence and maybe go back to containing these ghosts instead of spending its energy on trying to stop us.
Alright, so the Devil's Bargain in this case is you're going to take at least one harm from these ghosts as you dive in the water. If you fail, it may be worse, but it's going to be at least one harm.
Oh, we got a whole expedition to do. I don't know about taking less effect on everything.
Well, it's less effect if it applies. The reason Capricio's demon claw applies is because the demon marked him, basically, as untrustworthy.
So this would be some sort of like ghostly
mark,
not necessarily like physical stuff.
Yeah.
All right, sure. Let's take some ghost harm. How bad could it be?
All right.
Did anyone try to assist Coil in this moment? Oh, too bad. I already rolled. Never mind. I accidentally clicked submit. Oh, we got a success though.
Right.
That's a 4.
So, you guys, Picho, you see the water ripple, and all the ghosts are yanked back in. As Coil hits the waves, you can see the ghosts diving for him, and the consequence of this is, Coil, you're in freezing cold water.
I wave at the monster with my like glowing skin.
I try to bonk him with the lifesaver.
Percio, are you doing anything during this? The professor's flying away. Your 2 other crewmates seem to, be crazy.
So you guys,
the kid just dove in.
You guys are doing a bunch of attunement stuff that I can't see. So,
did the water help him?
What?
Throw something to him quick!
Oh wait, somebody's drowning.
Yeah,
I assume he can't swim.
Oh, sure, I'll throw something.
Floating in the... Oh my god.
I'm hoping the crew would actually try and save you, but I guess they're not feeling their oats.
They're driving the boat. Don't mind them.
Yeah.
I thought we parked, but all right.
No, you're not there yet.
No, they're trying to get through the waves now.
Well, I suppose throwing you a lifeline would be finesse.
Yeah. Let's see if you can get him out before the ghosts eat him.
Okay.
I will. Oh,
hey.
Oh, there you go. You didn't even need it.
Right on top of it.
Yeah, it's like there's this moment of Coil under the water just saying, "It's okay, we're not going to hurt you. We just want to have a look around." And then he just gets yanked out of the water.
Yeah, I did it. Is it just me or is your guys' volume really low? I keep turning you up and I still can't hear you.
Oh. Anyone in particular or everyone?
It's a little low for you. The game master, most important. So.
All right. Well, I've moved the mic closer. Is that any better?
That's better. Yeah.
All right.
I mean, if it's just a problem for me, it must be on my end.
I can hear everyone. Okay.
Yeah, I think Muffin, you're like a little quiet today, but other than that, everyone's been fine.
I can fix that.
Yep.
I mean, if you don't hear me complain about the noise, it's fine.
All right. So the 3 of you are on the boat. The icebreakers are struggling with the wheel and the whatever fuel system it uses to get here, and eventually you hit landfall. The icebreakers get out and start latching the boat to the island, congratulating themselves. Coil is soaking wet and cold. And Professor, did you wait for them, or did you just...
Yeah, that's what I said. I went. Why would I wait for them?
Fair. So you guys see the Professor in the distance, making his way towards this building off near the mountainside.
Okay, well, I guess we'll walk after him. Fortunately, the Professor will set off any traps before we get there.
Right, the icebreakers can take care of the boat and know what to do. So
I mean, I'm in the air.
It's in safe hands.
I'm in the air. Don't count on the traps being sprung.
Do you float or fly?
Combo. I float.
Yeah, like you. It's long leap, right?
Yeah, well, the thing is that I've got rocket jump and I've got the ability to hover. So you combine the
Mhm.
two, and I'm flying.
All right.
I am Golden Age Superman.
All right. So yeah, you guys see the professor in the distance above the ground. Seems to be making his way towards that building facility. And has the professor ever been here before? Would he have bothered to go to a no-name place where, people are mocked and laughed at for their education level?
Oh no, I was a respected professor.
Would you go there to mock and laugh at them too?
No, he'd make them come to him.
No, see, the thing, I was mocking and laughing at people in the respected zone. Why would I go down?
Yeah, so this is a simple facility. It's a square building, maybe 3 stories high, that's starting to come into view with a few side buildings. Like, it's sprawling, but it's not tall. You can see a number of wasteland animals like ash bears and shadow lions below.
Oh, good.
And as you
Nature
touch-
healing.
It's really well preserved here, actually. I'm
Nothing like
impressed.
a blanket of ash to go ahead and just make everything serene.
Well, it also helps that there's a Leviathan, like, protecting the island, probably.
More a dangerous, terrifying spirit composed of eldritch tentacles that you don't want to touch. And that doesn't want us here. But, well, we're here anyway. So let's see
Right,
what
so
happens.
the professor is flying to get to the building. How are you 3 making your way across the landscape? And are you bringing the icebreakers or having them watch the boat?
No,
I
they
think
watch
the
the boat.
icebreaker should
They're-
watch the boat, yeah.
Yeah, they're not here for combat duty.
And
Makes sense.
I'm just walking, I guess.
Yeah, we're just trudging through ash. Just tie your scarf
Combat?
up.
I thought we were on a reconnaissance mission.
No, we're on a looting mission.
Recon and looting are sort of the 2 sides of the same coin.
We already did recon. The professor and I went over documents to find the best island to loot. We're here for
I
money.
get that, but there's no one to fight, right?
That's an ash bear.
Okay, don't
I don't
make it
think any
angry.
wildlife survived, but there's definitely ghosts here already.
I thought you said we saw ash bears.
Yeah,
There's
yeah.
ash bears and shadow panthers.
Yeah.
Ones
Yeah,
that
look,
eat
I know these are
things
not
they
like-
set on fire.
Oh,
What's
be
that?
afraid then.
Yeah, don't engage them.
Well, I mean, also, I don't imagine those are natural.
Yeah, they're very much like wasteland sort of
Right, but I mean is that they
mutation.
weren't here before the Great Accident.
Yeah, not if there was lightning barriers.
So these things just show up everywhere. Apparently, they're not native to anywhere.
Well, shadow panthers are creatures that can enter the ghost field back and forth, and they hunt life force. And ash bears are dire bears that mix with magical energies and can breathe fire and eat what they burn alive.
Right, but what I'm saying is that apparently they can also migrate across the giant oceans. They don't
Absolutely.
actually require any land to be on.
But I mean, was the entire island contained within lightning barrier to begin with? Probably it would have just been like this facility, right?
Well, no,
There would have
remember
been
the
lightning
entire
barriers or
island.
magic or something.
The entire
Sorry,
main
this-
island was basically like Hawaii, right? It's all.
Yeah, no, I'm not
island.
talking about the main island. I'm talking about this island.
Well, no, that's what I'm saying. Is that this island was part of the larger island? It just had a mountain range barrier that guarded against the pyroclastic cloud that killed everybody.
Yeah, so they probably lived in that mountain range, and then when the lightning barriers all fell, the ones who survived have migrated? Yeah, that would make sense.
Well, if you're talking about survivors, then sure, but they've been here in the waste for I don't know how many years that's been that I've been gone. So, if that's the case, then whoever you're going to encounter that's still alive is like a human badass.
Oh no, I just meant the ash bears.
Oh, okay. I'm just saying if there's people that are still out here and surviving,
Mm,
They're probably
it-
very scary.
Very, very impressive.
you're going to encounter what's that guy's name from Predators? the guy who still survived throughout all the predators killing everybody that they bring to their own planet. Lawrence Fishburne. Lawrence Fishburne's character from Predators. You gotta be quiet. They hunt at night. You know, all that shit. Like he's wearing parts of Ash Bear and all this other stuff now. He's got his own little hidden sanctuary somewhere.
So like I was saying, the professor's flying above these mundane obstacles. How are the three of you avoiding them?
That is a good question.
Yeah, I suppose we need to be sneaky. I'm not really sure that the Ash Bears are going to want to mess with us. We don't have anything like flare guns or anything like that. Well, flare guns are going to scare off an Ash Bear. What the hell scares an Ash Bear?
The bath?
Actual guns?
Yeah, we never did get the Ash Bear fur coats I was talking about. I mean, I mentioned we should have had those, but that might not scare them away.
Well,
Well, let's just be sneaky. Wild animals usually don't. Oh, wait, I'm sorry. I was going to say something with sensible. I'll say wild animals usually don't attack humans just because they see them, but this is a fantasy game. So,
it depends how hungry they are.
yeah, well, let's be sneaky and try not to look delicious.
So are we doing a group prowl, or what's the plan?
That sounds like a good
guess
good
so.
option.
I guess we're going to
Who's-
prowl.
Who's leading?
Man. Do you guys? All right. So if we do a group action, that means for each one of you that fails it, I would suffer a stress. Is that correct?
If
Correct.
you're leading.
But
Well-
you get everyone. But we get to use everyone's dice in one pool, so anyone.
And I
Who's the
have
best
no
one?
chance of succeeding.
Well, you don't. You have a very very small chance of success.
Well, this is a weird mission, and I wanted to come. I will lead everybody.
Okay.
We'll do a group mission with me leading.
Mhm.
All right.
Here's my attempt.
1, 6. So you're at least safe.
Will we risky standard for that? Yeah.
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 So you take the 2 stress.
Wait, I thought
You
you
get
said
us
one.
through with no consequences. Yeah,
Wait,
but
well,
both
for-
me.
You're the only one who failed.
No, Carpatio also
Also failed.
failed.
But
He,
you're-
he
I
had
had
lowest
0
Oh,
score.
dice.
no, you're rolling 2 dice and taking the
I have
two.
no ability to succeed.
Oh, well.
It's just
I did want to come here.
So, thanks to Percio, you've managed to avoid the animals.
Yeah.
Professor, you've had to stop coming to the edge. You notice some signs of what should be a lightning barrier, but you don't see the crackle of electricity like you're used to.
Okay.
And there's no signs of animals or weirdness on the inside, so I don't know if the professor would hesitate or what.
You've described this place as a 3-story building, right?
The facility, the biggest main building is a 3-story building. There's a couple smaller buildings around it. This
campus.
outline where you see no ghosts moving, no weird activity beyond it. Looks like it used to have a lightning barrier, but it doesn't look active. There's no electrical surges or anything.
It's weird that the campus would have a lightning barrier and not the
Mhm.
island.
Yeah, like this wasn't here. This wouldn't have been set up when the country was operational.
So there were survivors, and they did try to defend themselves.
Maybe.
Well, I mean, if it wasn't here when the country was around, then one assumes that somebody built it after the fact. See,
It's also something no one can just tell you.
right. No, that's why I'm piecing it together verbally, so people can know what my thought process is.
It's okay. It's just teasing.
But yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I mean-
Either there were survivors and they tried to defend themselves, or somebody else has been here before us. Either are completely rational things to think. I'll try and fly through it.
All right, as you do, a red crackling energy shoots out at the professor. Did you want to resist?
Why wouldn't I? What is the benefit of not resisting? Just tell me that.
Well,
You take 1 harm from this red crackling energy, and you don't risk spending stress.
Yeah,
I'll
if you
resist.
resist, you might take stress. If you
I'll
choose not
resist. I'll try to
you'll never
resist.
All right, give me a prowess.
So nothing.
All right, so your outer shell presses through as it's hit by the lightning, and you manage to channel it away and step across this barrier. You can see your allies in the distance are getting closer. They're not insignificant specks on the horizon anymore.
Can I read anything from the fact that it was a red energy bolt and not like I think every other time it's been just regular lightning?
Yeah, give me a survey. It's going to be controlled because you're not in any immediate danger and standard. Okay, so analyzing the situation, this looks more arcane than machine. Not really as much into the specialty as this island's history would say. Like we had established, the Tyrosians were very much technologically advanced, right?
Right.
Right, so whatever this is more arcane than technological based. But it seems to be working in the similar function to a lightning barrier, but only activating when something crosses the threshold.
Right.
And it's not as strong as a lightning barrier, because that should have fried you good if it was.
So it wasn't electricity, it was some sort of arcane power source that's doing the same thing as electricity.
Just much weaker scale, yes.
Right. Alright, I guess I'm just going to wait here on the other side of the fence, just hovering in the air to be able to warn them about the field when they come.
Right, and the three of you are approaching. The professor seems to be waiting for you. You can see marking what looked like it could have been a lightning barrier. He's just on the other side.
I
Does
think we only
Capriccio
really. Yeah, go ahead.
still has a spirit mask on, or no? Or is he
That's
paying
right.
attention to the real world?
Nah, the real world's kind of boring around here, honestly.
All right, so you see, once you pass that line there, like you can see the odd ghost here and there that's out of it or satiated hanging around, but none of them are beyond that line.
Mm-hmm. The field's definitely active.
Yeah, look out, guys. There's a arcane field here.
All right, so I guess it'll be up to me to bypass this for everyone then.
I might be able to disable it.
Oh shit, I should let both of those guys walk in before I
If you think you can do it, then I'd be willing to
Yeah.
assist you.
That sounds like a good plan.
So
Do
yeah,
you want assistance?
Or alternatively, I could maybe build us a way through it. It might take me a little bit longer, but it might be
Well,
easier.
Okay. So I'm just gonna just to, if I understand here, there is a lightning field keeping us out because if we try to walk through it, it'll electrocute us, right?
It is a alternative lightning field. It's an arcane field of some sort.
So it's an arcane field. So what does an arcane field do?
Keeps out the ghosts, demons, and whatnot.
So what happens if a living person passes through an arcane field?
I don't know. Send in Capriccio. Come on.
yeah, that was going to be my question. Since it's been a while since we covered this, can we just walk through as normal humans?
At best, nothing will happen. At worst, you'll get hurt a little bit. I know you love that. Come on, just come in over here.
Is it safe for us to pass through it?
Look into the DM. Is that within our realm knowledge?
If Capacio wants, he can do a quick survey or study check and take a look at this thing.
I love that study.
All right, so controlled standard. The Demon Claw does not apply to this.
I don't know what this is.
2 4s.
All right. So I have no harm I can throw at you for this. I'll just take this clock one step. And you
And the dark eyes.
You would know, Capriccio, looking at this and studying this, it's not going to attack any of the living. It'll attack demons, ghosts, anything that has a anything that would be attracted to a ghost field is not going to be able to see past it.
Okay, so this is great. We have immediate protection within the area where all the valuable stuff is. Let's just go in and start looting. Nothing can stop us.
Okay. Well, if you say it's safe, go right ahead.
Yeah, I'll walk in first just to demonstrate.
All right. I'll watch.
Nothing happens.
Hey, see?
Huh.
It's fine.
Yeah, so we even have to disable it. All right, let's go on.
That's really interesting technology. Maybe we should ask whoever built it how they did it. Because if we could do that in Duskfall, then we could go out.
Well, you can't ask who built it because they're dead, but you can ask their descendants.
What are you talking about?
I
Speaking
mean,
as one of their,
why can't I ask them just because they're
don't
dead?
know. Yeah.
As two living people that used to live here, I'm pretty sure that it didn't happen that long ago. I didn't have kids. Did you have kids?
They could have gotten really busy.
Our descendants are this generation.
So how does it feel being the last of your kind?
I'm not. I'm a new kind.
Well, how does it feel being the last living of your kind? I
Very
look,
so.
and I go ahead and look over to the other one. How does it feel, Bariso?
The sensation I've never quite experienced before. I'm glad we came.
Hey, perfect. So, we got the run of the place. Nothing here can stop us, at least as far as we're aware.
Keep saying shit like that. I'm sure it doesn't tempt anybody.
I'm absolutely certain that this doesn't jinx ourselves. The stars told me that if I'm just bold, I'll get everything I want.
So, there's two smaller buildings that look like storage sheds and this large complex in the middle, like I had described to the professor. It's a square building, 3 stories tall, sprawling.
Mhm.
Where do you guys want to look first?
The storage buildings look identical. There's no writing or anything around here.
Nope.
One says gym
Okay.
equipment.
Well, the thing
Right.
I'm worried about is that if that arcane field is still intact, it might be imprisoning something in here. So everybody be on alert.
Nah. Well,
Hey, I got.
so yeah,
I've
so
got
we
a
have 3
problem.
locations and 4 of us. Where are we going?
I do think that's doubtful, though, that it's imprisoning something here, because it's a weak field. So if it's a weak field, then anything that was being imprisoned by here is a threat to nothing like Duskfall or anything like that.
I don't know. A weak arcane monster still makes me worried, especially where. What if it's a horde of weak monsters? It's like I'm not worried about one fire ant.
Right,
Mhm.
right. You're not worried about one child. You're worried about an army of children.
Basically, yeah.
I guess I'll go ahead and claim one of the storage dens and see what's
I mean,
there.
let's walk towards the closer one.
All right. Group's just sticking together is what I'm checking.
It sounds
We're
like
gonna
it.
we should stick together. If we get separated, there could be all sorts of horrible monsters. Also, if we can pass through the field, ash bears and shadow panthers might also be able to pass through the field. They might be in here.
Well, no, they're supernatural.
Hmm?
They're
But
supernatural.
I can't understand what you're saying.
They are supernatural.
They are?
Is it a volume thing, or am I just muttering?
It's a volume thing in your muttering.
Cool. A or B?
Spear Panthers would be kept out by anything that keeps ghosts out. Ash bears are a little different animal, but something zaps it is probably going to stay away.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I mean, but just be careful. All right. Let's just go to the closer one.
Right.
I'm going to
So
stick
you
with
guys-
Caruso. He seems to know how to stay alive out here.
Oh, now I
I'm
can
not
hear
that
about
there's
it.
anything wrong with not being alive, Professor.
On closer look, seeing the roll-up door here, it looks like at one point it had been locked. Someone has torn the lock off. It's almost completely shut. There's maybe an inch at the bottom to reach under and pull it up if need be.
Crap. If someone's torn the lock off, that means someone's already been here.
Yeah, so maybe this field is just guarding somebody else's loot.
Quite possibly.
What have they
So-
got here?
So the lock is off.
Mhm.
I'm still gonna go in.
Right. So
I mean,
you
there's no
roll this
footprints, right?
So, what'd you say?
around the campus. There'd probably be like concrete or some kind of footpath. There's no more footprints than there'd usually be.
Well, there's also wind and ash.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
the ash of all the dead people that would have blown over
Right.
here.
But I mean, we don't.
I guess that's fair.
Yeah. So
Give
I
me
mean,
a survey.
I just looked to see if there. I mean, the lock is broken. I looked for obvious signs. Did this happen recently, or did this happen?
I mean, imagine what you will, what the town
Hey.
nearby Pompeii must have been like the day after the.
Yeah.
Was
So,
this a
looking
recent
around-
break-in, or is this an old break-in?
There are not fresh footprints, but there are footprints in the ash. So someone's been here after the explosion.
Humanoid footprints.
Yes.
But I don't know how old they are.
Boots. They would probably be at the most a week, given, ash and wind, and, it would clear and
Wow,
blow in new
okay.
stuff.
Hey, Parisa,
Plus,
do
we
they
got-
only go in, or do they go in and out?
None of them are going to this specifically. I just mean around this area within the field.
I think it's very
There's-
important if once we find one that goes in somewhere to make sure that they also left that place.
Yeah, but they only got here a week before us. Well, crap. If we'd started a week earlier, we could have gotten here. All right, well, let's
Oh.
stay alert.
Well, if we didn't keep stopping
Capriccio.
for Capriccio to get sick over the side, we could have gotten here faster.
You guys open this up, and there's a lot of metal and wooden building material. It looks like people have grabbed stuff and dumped stuff. There's nails, there's carpenter equipment. It looks like this was some kind of maintenance storage shed.
Well, we've got history with Taichirosa. Maybe there's
Mhm.
there might be a manifest here that we could read that might clue us in if there's anything valuable here. Let's see if we can find some sort of office or something that might have a manifest, which may have been overlooked by people who can't read ancient languages.
Even if there's like tools in ancient Taikarosi design, that might be valuable to certain people.
All right, well, tell you what.
Primarily looking for demonology. though.
You put your spirit mask on and help the kid look for
Still-
stuff in this loot pile. Professor and I will go looking for a manifest or something like that. How does
Yeah,
that
right.
sound?
We keep using
Yeah.
that word ancient. This all happened within our lifetime, not that long ago, even.
Look, don't trust
Probably
anyone
in
over
my
30, all right?
lifetime.
Well, does that sound good?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Yeah.
All right, so you two go examine the garbage. The professor and I will go looking to see if we can find anything that tells us what was here.
Mhm.
All right, let's do it.
I'm just saying we use these descriptive words when we try to sell this stuff to people. Not when we're together.
This ancient lost technology.
It looks just like
Anyway.
my Walkman.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think the Taichirosi. I don't think we had that great of a stuff. No, really, like weird stuff, like forgotten rituals.
This
and-
is the hand-me-down, like backward school of the high-tech Taikarosi stuff. So they're gonna have stuff
Well-
that's maybe on the degree of everybody else.
yeah, but we had to come a month and a half to get here. And
No, I'm just saying that you're saying that they're not high tech. Well, that's what they're known as since we developed that at the first session. That the
Mhm.
Taikarosi were the high tech people
Yeah,
of the setting.
and the arcane field's still running, so I guess there is some. We'll just look for anything that would be valuable, though. I mean, high tech is great, but shards of high tech isn't going to be as useful as something that we can use as high tech.
Oh, it depends. I
and
mean,
even then, we're looking for things that are haunted here because those will sell well.
but I mean, if we
anything.
find circuit boards, we could sell
Yeah.
a circuit board to somebody who knows what to do with
Well-
a circuit board.
That's why I said we should let the techies look at that. Let's go find a manifest.
Oh, am I no longer a techie?
You can read. You are a techie, which is why I need you to help me read a manifest. Because you can read Taichirosi.
So what are we doing here? We're doing a.
So from what I hear, it sounds like the Professor and Parisi are looking for the manifest for this place. And Coil and Capicio are looking for magic stuff.
Valuables,
Right.
preferably magic.
So it sounds like everyone's trying to survey this area, see what they can find.
Yep, I think that sounds reasonable.
Right, so
You
you're
want me
still
to
in a
look at
controlled
you,
situation.
Okay, I'll wait for your call.
So I was going to say everyone's in a controlled situation. It's standard effect unless you have someone helping you or boosting it in some way.
Yeah,
If people want
rather
to work
than
together.
rather than using
ahead.
my own survey, I might assist Carpacio's survey because I don't have any dice.
That would be good.
Yeah.
And do I take the penalty for the demon call on survey?
You do not.
So I'll be a +1 die, and I'll do it with the assistance. So together we get a 5.
Right. And while this is happening, Parisi and Professor, what are you doing?
Do you want me to assist you, Professor?
Sure.
Okay, so what are we rolling? Survey or study?
It'd be survey. You're trying to find the manifest.
Okay, I assist the professor. Sorry. this is I meant group activity. I'm not spending stress. I meant we should do a group action. Yes.
Oh, okay, that could work too. So you
Does
both
that work
roll.
for you, Professor?
Well, then I'll help you.
Fine.
I'm not
All right.
taking drain. You guys can't fix me.
All right.
Enjoy your drain. Stress.
All right, so 2 5s. So the consequence of this is you guys are making a lot of noise while you're going through. Pretty soon, Professor, you do find a manifest, and you start comparing it with the mundane stuff in here.
Oh, perfect.
This looked like it was a storage shed for a lot of tools and equipment that were either set aside to be used later when other things broke, or donated stuff from other places across Tarosi that they had bought better equipment for. A lot of the major tools have been moved. A lot of the material that's here, about half has been moved. There's wood, metal, are the big components in here.
Mm-hmm.
Meanwhile, Capriccio and Coil looking around, you do find some arcane markings that probably connect somehow to that field that's around this campus. If they were removed, it would take down whatever this thing is. It looks like these were done maybe a year or two ago, and they are losing a lot of their power.
Ah, I see. Could I attempt to temporarily reinforce that?
Yeah, give me an attune. And it's going to cost you a stress to attempt to. It's part of a ritual. You're just repairing it at this point.
Okay, I'll totally do it.
And Professor, something you noticed that probably perks up the robot is they had a is capacitor the right word?
I mean, it depends on what you.
Capacitor would be a thing that stores energy.
Yeah, an electroplasmic capacitor. There should have been an extra one here, like a giant battery thing.
Alright. I mean, this is off the manifest, right?
Yeah.
Does the manifest also list where it would have been stored?
This is all that was stored in this building.
Right, but I mean, where it would have been stored. Or is it just a general manifest, like this building has no organization to it?
Well, like this one building you're in is the side building. It's just a big open area. There's no office or anything.
Right.
But
I
you're
meant
not
like there's
seeing-
no shelves or anything, and the shelves don't have labels.
Oh, there'd be a labeling system, but looking over in that area, it's not there.
Right, so not like row A, shelf 2.
Mm-hmm. Well, it'd be huge. It'd be like north corner.
Okay. I mean, I've worked in places before where I ran the back room and they had no organization before me, so I'm used to this sort of. I was about to say this is fucking stupid, but it's like no, I've worked in fucking stupid before.
Schools are usually organized, but not great. So yeah, I mean, well, Capriccio, you let out a little couple drops of blood, pour some energy into it, and the glyphs that were barely visible in the spirit field now light up. You guys can hear a crackling outside.
Oh, good. That'll give us plenty of time then to look around. It's not terrible workmanship, it's just, well, old.
And if you want to gather what they think is valuable here, I'll tick off some gathered loot on the clock for each person who's grabbing something.
Oh,
Yeah,
absolutely.
It looks like there's mostly spares and stuff. So we would come. So I guess the professor and I would go through the listing, mark off the ones we thought were high priority, and come back and make some guesses where those lots were. I mean, this is boring work, but it's what we're here for.
I mean, the battery to me is the
Yeah.
highest priority, so.
Mhm.
Yeah, definitely. So yeah, we probably well, and also
Let's mark
people
off some loot.
here. Remember, people have already been here, so it might have already been looted.
Right,
Mhm.
I know, but that's what I'm saying. That's what I
I
think is
think-
the highest priority, so that's the first thing I would look for.
Yeah, I mean that's what we do. We come back, we say, okay, here's our A ticket items. Are they here? And failing that, here's the B ticket item.
Yeah, so...
Like,
yeah,
we're just going to mark
B.
this off as loot. I'm just asking how many slots are people using for this loot?
Yeah.
Oh well, I think we're
How much
probably.
is available on the table is the question, I think.
I'm thinking we're. Probably,
There's up to 6.
I'm thinking we're probably only going to visit these two warehouses and go home. Is that the plan, to hit these two warehouses and go home?
No? Why
What
wouldn't
is
we
the
go
plan?
into the main building?
Okay. Well, why don't
You store the stuff that you don't care about or you don't need at the moment. I think the higher priority items would probably be in the main building.
It doesn't look like there's anyone else here. Let's take all the items we think are awesome, put them in a pile, and then go to the main building.
Okay.
That way we're not encumbered, even though I don't think encumbrance is a concept.
Right, but I
Well,
mean,
you
we
have
can
so
also,
much. You can hold up to your load of heavy, right?
Right, but I mean, yeah, we could decide on what
Hmm.
items we do.
Right, but I
Yeah.
was suggesting that we might want to be light in case we have to run away from ash bearers.
Fair.
But either way, there's no problem with just taking the stuff out of the buildings, piling it up, and then going to investigate
Yeah,
somewhere else
or
without
we can
Right.
carrying
pile
it
it
on
on.
us.
There's 3 loot on the ground, and I'm just calling around a burlap bag because I want to.
Right, and also, also, even though we have 3 loot that's here, we might find better stuff in the main building. So we just put it in a pile, look at it, go, all right, and go check out and let's go straight to the main building then. If it looks like the other one is the other building we saw the main building, or is the other one we saw another auxiliary building like this one?
The other one's another auxiliary building like this one.
So, then the manifest might not tell us where the main building is. Where do we think the main building is?
It's right in front of us.
The
It's the
3-story
big one.
building. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Like I'm saying,
Oh,
you don't
it is what
you
so
don't
it
keep your
is
mist.
one we saw earlier.
You don't keep
Okay.
your main computer in storage. You keep your main computer where it's being used, which would be your best stuff.
I asked if it was a building we saw earlier. Guess I didn't make that clear.
It
Let's go
wasn't
there.
one of the 2 warehouses we saw earlier. It was the other building.
There's actually a third building. Okay,
Well, it would have been the
All right.
first building you saw because it's the tallest.
Yeah.
let's go to that one.
So, just so I'm clear, are you just piling this stuff here and leaving it, or is anyone picking up any?
No,
I mean,
Capacious
we-
has taken a bag
I'm
worth of
hauling
stuff.
3 of it with me.
All right.
I mean, it's the person who can jump and put high into the air and fly away. If I need to go grab something real quick before we leave, I'm sure I can rush it.
Fair.
Yeah, I'm leaving.
You could
stuff
all
here.
each take one as well, and that'll take everything too. But
No.
That's great. I'm leaving stuff here.
Yeah.
I'm just checking.
oh, there's a lot more loot here.
Oh, no, there could be a lot here. It's a matter of what's grabbed so I can count up the coin in the end.
Yeah.
It's a whole faculty of stuff.
Yep.
Facility,
Into the main building.
Whole facility of stuff. It's a whole faculty of stuff that would just be people's bodies.
So, going over to the other building or into the main building?
Let's go to the main building because the manifest imply that the good stuff is in the main building, right?
Yep. Let's go.
I don't know. Would the manifest include stuff in the main building?
The manifest just included what was supposed to be in this building.
I thought you said earlier it implied that some of the stuff here was moved to the main building because it was more important.
Well, yes.
a lot of the stuff that's
supposed
supposed to be here isn't there anymore.
All right.
Yeah. The important thing that should have been in this building was the battery capacitor thing, and it wasn't here, which means it was moved.
Let's
And
go to
I
the main
think-
building.
Yeah, because if somebody
Bruce,
else robbed us.
I know you're worried that someone else came here and, like, scavenged all the stuff before us. I don't think that's what happened.
So somebody broke the lock but didn't go in the building and take anything, and we didn't find their corpse in here.
Well, I think maybe
They
the
did-
assumption is that they built the stuff that's out here.
I think they're still here.
Those
Well, if
footprints
they're
are
still
not
here,
more
they
than-
might be inside.
Those footprints are not more than a week old, and we didn't run into anybody.
Well,
So as you come
might-
outside, seeing the barrier now, it is crackling with red energy all across it, much like the lightning barrier in Dustfall.
Yeah, so if you think they're still here, then watch yourself. There might be someone here who'll put a bullet in your face.
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Keep your eyes peeled. Don't get shot. If you get shot, I'm going to be cross with you.
Okay, I won't get shot. Jeez.
Good.
Although, on the other hand, if you want to get shot, feel free.
I don't want to get shot.
I think this is my point where I have to remind you the professor is not a doctor, so he's not supposed to dispense medical advice.
Well, hold on. I am a doctor. Just not that kind of doctor.
Not a medicine. 4 out of 5 doctors agree you shouldn't get shot. We asked the professor.
Who was annoyed that you asked him and told you to go get shot.
All right.
All right.
So stay vigilant. Let's go to the main building. Hopefully a sniper won't shoot us.
Yep. So we got the
remember that
spirit
sniper-
mask.
Yeah.
We got 4 sets of eyes, and time to explore.
And you got the spirit mask on, so hopefully you can see the invisible.
Yup.
Well, let's hope the person who's living here isn't a ghost.
So you guys enter this main hall. Looking around the first floor, I assume you're going careful. You're all sticking together.
Mhm.
After a quick survey of the main floor, it looks like most of it was classrooms and a office, as well as you find stairs heading up and down. Most of this has been trashed, turned over, gone through very thoroughly. What do you want to look through first?
What kind of options do we have? I mean, you guys don't have places of worship or anything here in your empire of science, do you?
Oh yeah, definitely. There were lots of Taichirosi gods.
Good. Show me all the weirdos.
Well, most
So-
of them are dead, and then there's just me and the professor. That was quick.
Perfect. They're forgotten. The forgotten god cults will love this.
No, I mean, if this is the main building, there's probably a manifest here too. Let's go find it.
Okay.
Although I don't know that there's many places of worship in universities.
So it sounds like we're trying to find offices and explore
Well,
those first in order to get a better idea then.
Taichirosa theocracy? Was it a meritocracy? What was our
I would have
government?
assumed it was a meritocracy.
Are we good with making it a meritocracy? Because that was the impression I got from your two characters' backgrounds.
I just wrote down it for Taichiros, and I'm also obnoxious.
Right, well, yeah, but it's between the two of us since we've made up the Taichirosi people.
But I would also
Oh, if it's-
love
If it's
It-
between the two of us, I would have to say that they were definitely a dualistic theocracy that worshipped a central demiurge. That only by crafting and creating could they hope to understand the pattern of the universe. Thus, the Vitruvian model of something that is small should also match something that is large.
I like that. You know, since I'm the one who created our downfall, you go ahead and create our government.
Right.
Interesting.
Therefore, everything is a religious and holy object. Let me know if you guys are picking up on any of the fantasy settings I'm ripping off.
No?
I'm a little disappointed, but not too disappointed.
I mean, I'm familiar with what makes the small is also part of the whole, but I'm not.
That is the Vitruvian model, right?
Right. I'm familiar with it, but I don't know what fantasy setting that would be.
Well,
from.
there was Alexander the Great supposedly wanted to build a city that the actual layout of it modeled after the human body, but he wanted to do that. I don't think he actually did that.
That would have been cool.
No, but
Right, so
whole
anyways.
religion worshipping demiurges is Thief, the Dark Project, which is one of the seminal steampunk games.
No, didn't play it.
favorite
So
game.
anyway,
No idea.
so everything we see is both an expression of rationality and of worship. Therefore, everything here is valuable.
All right, then everything looks a lot fancier and there's a lot more destruction.
And of course, a
Right,
lot
let's
more
pick
with
up the
looting.
pieces.
So let's right. So the obvious places to look would be the main office, because there might have actually been an office with a safe, and the safe might still be intact if we're lucky.
Okay. So you hit the office. Give me a risky standard for survey. Looking
Yeah.
where it may be hidden.
Okay. Of course, also the safe would be the first place any looter would go, so it might
Mhm.
not be there.
Especially with unlimited amount of time to do it in.
Don't
All
worry.
right, so Priso. Looking around, you know this culture very well, and there would be a hidden safe in the offices to keep important relics of value, and it's been untouched. You pull down the painting where the architecture would say it would be, and it's pristine. No one's banged at it, no one's tried to get into it. But the office itself has been turned over, filing cabinets been tipped, people have gone through papers.
Yeah, but they didn't think to look behind the plaster.
I
It-
bet the admin probably died before he could get his safe.
Oh, how
Funny.
lucky were
Isn't it-
we that the exploding volcano didn't shake the walls hard enough to knock this picture off the wall?
I think that's why the filing cabinet fell over.
or buried under tons. Anyway, so that's a safe. All right, kid, what's your rack and what's your tinker?
You know, I can open it.
Admin.
Let's see. Yep, tinker is the skill you use to crack a safe.
Yeah, I can open it probably.
Show us your magic.
All right. What's my position and effect to open this here safe thing?
Well, if you grab the tools you need, it would be standard, still risky.
Okay. I believe I have burglary tools, which include like the appropriate lockpicks and stuff. So I will
That
mark
work.
those.
Yep.
Burglary gear. There we go. Yeah. Lockpicks. Yeah, etc., etc. Fishing hooks. Cool. Cool. So risky, standard. Would anyone like to be my assistant on this one? I just need someone to hold things and hand them to me, so I don't have to hold things in my teeth.
Well, I still have 2 functional hands, so yes. I'm fixing
No.
that soon. So
Cool.
I will assist you. I've spent the stress. Enjoy your die.
Okay. You got a devil's bargain for me as well, Matt?
You are not
Yeah,
taking
wait.
I'm going to grab him by his lapels and say, "You are not taking him."
A devil's
What
bargain.
the bargain is? I want the option because we
The
want to get in
bargain-
this safe, right? This is a good one to succeed on.
The bargain
I
is an alarm will
want-
go off.
Yeah, I don't want you to screw this up.
An alarm will go off.
Mhm.
That just means we get to meet who lives here.
No.
No, I won't take the. I won't take.
All right.
I will. I will concede to the group, and that's right. Oh well, there's
Oh,
3
wow.
sixes anyway.
Wow, we
Wow.
got safe.
So not only do you open this up, you learn a lot about these people's technology for locking systems.
Can
So
we
you'll
take the
get-
lock with this too?
You know, with that roll, he could probably take out the locking mechanism that went with the
Yes.
safe.
Nice. Even a souvenir.
We're going to take this lock home, install it in the safe. I can't wait to put something inconsequential and trivial behind it.
Yeah,
open it
I
up.
feel like I just learned something about Coyle because what I have here as his background is that he was an assistant to a weird dentist guy who was doing like human experimentation, and so I think like he's actually just really good with fine tools and whatever, and like taking apart this safe is like removing teeth for him. And
All right,
he
so
removes the whole
That's how I
device.
think about it. All right, what's in it?
looking at it, you see a small statuette of the dual theocratic figure
Ooh.
meshed together. It's a load of 1 and it's worth 3 coins. As well as it, you find some fairly advanced stuff. So 2 more load worth 2 coins for each load of that taken. And then some just general coin. 1 coin's worth for anyone who wants to grab that.